The ocean does not begin, nor does it end. It simply unfurls. A single glance at its surface carries the mind into distances too vast to measure. Water and sky meet without seam, the horizon drawn so gently that it dissolves the thought of boundaries. When we stand before it, we are not merely spectators. We participate in its breathing expanse.
The first sensation is sight, color, stretching outward, settling into the quiet shimmer of distance. It begins near the shore as a shifting translucence, pale, with sand beneath. Then it gathers, layer upon layer, into shades of cobalt, azure, indigo, each merging with the next until all hues vanish into a single saturation, pressing against the eye with fullness. To gaze at it is to feel both held and completely unmoored, as though the world has leaned open a door and revealed an immeasurable chamber.
Then comes the sound. Waves rise and fold, not hurried, but with their own steady cadence. The ear listens not only to water breaking, but to the silence that follows. In that brief pause after a wave has drawn its breath and before another arrives, time seems suspended. Rhythm carries the suggestion of something ancient, repeating beyond memory. The mind begins to shape patterns in it, as though each wave carries an echo of something spoken long ago.
And there is scent, the tidal spray carried by wind, crisp as it lifts and sharpens the lungs. It clings to the skin, salt upon the lips, a presence that cannot be removed but only worn. The aroma lingers long after leaving the shore, as though the body has been marked by the ocean, reminding us of where we have been.
To remember the ocean is not to recall it as an image alone. It rekindles how the endless blue alters us, loosening the weight we carry unseen. In memory, the ocean never stills. It arrives accompanied by the cool touch of spray, by grains of sand pressed into the arches of the feet, by the light that glitters upon crests and then disappears. Each detail returns with its own current of feeling.
The way sunlight falls on water is unlike its fall anywhere else. On the ocean, light is restless. It darts, leaps, and scatters, as though it cannot remain in one place. No surface holds the light. Fragments fly outward in every direction. Watching this shimmering is to watch energy itself searching for expression. One senses within that same impulse to scatter, to reach, to shine outward.
Sometimes the water darkens. Clouds gather, wind bends the surface, and waves rear with force. Yet, even in turbulence, the ocean retains its grandeur. It becomes immense in another way, not inviting, but commanding. In its storm, strength stands unmasked. As lightning fractures the sky above, deep blue depths mirror the jagged blaze below. What terrifies also compels awe. To witness its fury is to glimpse the measure of creation, untamed and whole.
The storm recedes, the shimmer lingers, drifting downward, carried by depths where light softens and disappears. Light warms the horizon, painting the surface in golds and amber. And then there are evenings when calmness returns, when the horizon holds the descending sun. The day's last light lays itself across the expanse. A wide road of molten fire stretching from the sky to the water's edge. For a moment, it seems possible to walk upon it, step after step, into brilliance. These evenings remind us that beauty is not fleeting. It recurs, always returning in another form.
If the ocean teaches anything, the lesson lies in the interweaving of contrasts. Vastness meets intimacy. Strength yields to solace. The birthplace of life, and yet the relentless dissolver of stone into sand, sand into silt. Standing before it, one feels both small and infinite.
Memory finds its anchor in small gestures. A child bends to pick up a shell and discovers in its spiral the sound of rushing tides. Gulls drift and cry overhead, their wings white against a limitless canvas. Footprints press into wet sand only to dissolve, as if time itself hesitates to leave a mark here. Each image lingers, carrying not just sight, but the emotion it awakens.
And always, there is the sense of motion beneath the visible. Currents travel unseen, carrying warmth, carrying life. Whole worlds drift below the surface. Creatures whose colors no eye has fully recorded, whose movements are delicate, whose silence is eloquence. To know they exist, even unseen, is to feel wonder. The ocean reminds us that much of what is vital cannot be witnessed directly, yet sustains us nonetheless.
There is also its weight, not in burden, but in presence. To float in its body is to surrender. One drifts, buoyed without effort, held by something far greater. The ocean receives, carries, and does not let go. And in that suspension, the body remembers what it means to be free of gravity, free of demand. The heart quiets, the mind loosens, and for a time one is only being.
When dawn touches the surface, there is a hush unlike any other hour. The first light spreads slowly, a pale silver, then a widening gold. The water accepts without resistance, reflecting, multiplying. It seems as though the ocean and sky have entered into an agreement to meet each morning with tenderness. Watching this unfold is to witness the beginning of all things again, renewed with each rising.
At night, the ocean does not vanish, it deepens. Stars scatter above, yet seem to dwell within it as well. The waters become a mirror of the heavens, extending the cosmos downward. To look at it then is to feel suspended between two infinities, one above, one below. In that suspension, the self feels both minute and limitless, a speck in the dark, and yet a bearer of light.
The endless blue, in its vastness, awakens memory not just of what we have seen, but of what we have felt in its presence. Calm, awe, renewal, courage. To think of it is to sense that there is more than what presses on us daily, more than the narrow rooms of thought we often inhabit. Its expanse is not only water, but possibility.
Perhaps that is why the ocean continues to draw us, to walk beside it, to listen, to remember. Through its ceaseless unfolding, we recognize our own revelation. Within its depth, we find our own heart. Bathed in its light, we discover our own capacity to shine.
The ocean does not end. At last the vision rests, an expanse where distance fades and light vanishes into stillness. Its depths carry memory. Its surface reflects wonder. There is no true boundary, only passage.
And so we carry it, always, the endless blue,